This is a great week. This is Sturgis departure week. It's like the rally's amazing, but I wonder sometimes if like the anticipation, the the building up to it, the whole this is getting erotic. Like is that even better than the rally? I don't know. But figured I'd record my 2025 Sturgis guide, which might be total crap, but it's what I got. So I stand here next to my new favorite toy, my Grey Ghost Fat Boy, which is the 35th anniversary of the Fat Boy coming out in 1990. It also happens that 2025 is the 35th anniversary of the first time I went to Sturgis. Kind of fun. Another reason it made the bike that much special to me. But the wife and I have been working hard on this year's Sturgis schedule. Again, this is just mine. You may not give a crap, and there may be nothing wrong with that. This is just sort of our sort of thoughts. She'd be here with me on camera, because somebody's already commenting that. But she's inside saving babies' lives. You don't know that. She's a lawyer for kids in the foster system. Another reason why she doesn't ride with me up there. She can't be gone that long. Like, if my wife took 2.5 weeks off, like I do, to go to Sturgis, things would go real bad for some kids. Like, she needs to be gone no longer than like 5-6 days. That's another reason why she doesn't. She just flies up and I haul her by. Now, a quick asterisk. Caveat, whatever you want to call it. Note, this morning I was checking the social medias, and thankfully my wife was not at a Coldplay concert with another man. That sucks, doesn't it? I laughed hysterically. Like, of all the chances, this dude's snuggled up and there's a camera on. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google Coldplay CEO. It's pretty funny. Anyway, I was on the socials and I'm checking, of course, the sites and all the like Sturgis pages. Of course, Paula's is by far the best. So if I'm correctly, I'll link to her. She has the best Facebook group for Sturgis. She polices it. No asshole policy, that kind of stuff. And I typically try to answer questions if I know the answer, that kind of stuff. And there's always the trailering thing. And I just want to talk about this real quick. I would like to see us. It would be great if we could get to where maybe we stop with that crap, right? Like, I understand where it comes from. I get it. I get the whole, like, all right, trailer week. But perspective is a thing. So before you start bashing, step back for a minute. We addressed this years ago in a video that went kind of big because it turned out that this lady was asking about loading a bike in a pickup truck and where she could unload it when she got to Sturgis. And immediately the comment section was just brutal. They just beat her, insulting her, just, don't even go, blah, blah, blah. And then this lady chimes back into the conversation and says, guys, I was asking because my daughter wants to go and she's handicapped. I hope those guys threw themselves under a truck. Oh my God, I can't believe, right? So the situation is this lady had never taken her special needs daughter to Sturgis. And for the first time ever, she'd been to Sturgis a million times. She was going to take her daughter who was handicapped. And so they were going to load the motorcycle. Because her various ailments, she couldn't go very far. The pain would be too intense. So mom was going to load the bike and her daughter into the truck, drive to Sturgis, unload the truck, and then do some riding with her dog. There's a reason, right? Not everyone's in the same physical condition as everybody, right? So there's a lot of dudes that have ridden a million times and now don't because they're older and they have back problems and hip problems and everything else, and so they just can't do it. They can't do that much time in the saddle. Another thing to maybe not judge, again, I'll get into the sort of the schedule here in a minute. We're not all coming from the same place, boys and girls. Most of the trash talkers I see online about ride or trailer, two things. Either one, they're not even going. That's often. They're not going and they're mad about it. And so they're talking trash. Secondly, they live like 500 miles from Sturgis, or the guy this morning was 1,100 miles from Sturgis. I ride a trailer week. I'd never do it any other way. Well, he was in his 40s, so not old enough to really judge. And he lived 1,100 miles from Sturgis. That's 2 days. 2 days riding. Not even terrible long days. That's not the same, dude. Coming 1,100 miles is not the same. I do 5,000 miles round trip. 2,500 up, 2,500 back. I bring my wife's bike. Again, she can't be gone that long. And I bring something fun, typically a chopper that I built or a vintage bike or something like that. This year I'm bringing the Grey Ghost. And I bring a third bike that goes to shows and has, I have fun with it. So just shut up. Let it go. Whatever someone else does has nothing to do with what you do. I mean, like, just let it go. It's fine. You're not more of a man. You're just not, because the reality is a lot of these dudes who bring their toy hauler and trailer their bike up throughout the rest of the year might ride a lot more than you. You don't know that. Like, they might ride 60,000 miles a year. They just trailer to Sturgis because they have a toy hauler. Maybe they have a bad hip. Maybe it's none of your goddamn business. Just a thought. Anyway, now I'm going to go ahead and get the schedule off that. But just quit giving people crap. Like, come on. All right. So I'm going to roll, hopefully Thursday this week, get a couple hours in, and then stop somewhere in North Florida, Cracker Barrel parking lot or something like that. And then Tom's leaving the same day. But he'll, he I think, takes stimulants off his console because he drives like 20 hours at a time. It's unbelievable. Me at 14 hours, it's not safe anymore. 14 hours behind the wheel pulling my rig, which is 36 feet long and weighs 14,000 pounds when it's fully loaded, and it's a bumper pull. Let me say that again. A 14,000 pound bumper pull. It's not a fifth wheel. So I'm dancing with the wheel the whole time. So it's pretty freaking exhausting. I'll get a few hours in on Thursday, do some work Friday, and then hit it and do hard until I get there, whenever that is. Hopefully Sunday. You know what I mean? Sunday midday, but who knows? Anyway, so I'll arrive somewhere, and then probably around Sunday, Monday, and then Tom and I are going to put on some miles before the rally really kicks off and before the crowds get big. So we'll be Needles and Iron Mountain and Spearfish Canyon and Deadwood and all that stuff a bunch of times before anyone even gets there. The wife arrives on the 31st. And so that night of the 31st, I think we're just going to do Main Street. We were going to go see Jasmine at Kickstands, but I think we've decided to go to Glencoe to see Jasmine a different night during that week. So Jasmine Kane, so I'm talking about. Great rally famous, just a really great rock band. We're going to go see her at Glencoe, I think, instead of Kickstands, just because of scheduling and stuff. So night of the 31st, I don't know what we're going to do. The first, this is the big one. There are two biggies. If you want to come hang out with us, or just things that I think are going to be an absolute blast and you should do. Just in my humble opinion. Friday the 1st, we'll be at the Buffalo Chip. We're going to do all the stuff with the Badgers. The Badgers have their meet up at the big tent up front. Then we're going to ride in with them. That's Sonny and Angie's show, the whole thing. We're going to ride in with them. We're going to park our bikes up close to Club Chip. Again, if you're looking at the stage, this is night of Friday the 1st, okay? The night of ZZ Top. If you're looking at the stage to the left, is a t-shirt store, a hot leather store that's got t-shirts and all that kind of stuff. The story above that, upstairs, there's a metal spiral staircase that goes up to it, is Club Chip. That's a bar. There's a DJ, there's stages. There are performers on those stages. We'll be up there. We'll be at Club Chip starting at least by 6 o'clock. And then we'll hang out there at least 2-3 hours, until we migrate down to all watch ZZ Top together. So if you're going to go to ZZ Top or you're thinking about it and you want to hang out with us, it's a night to do it. You can go buy a one-day pass. You do have to have a pass. You have to have admission into the Buffalo Chip to go. Get a one-night pass if you're not already staying there, or buy one for the week and go to the different concerts every night. It's the camping and concerts are all included. It's all the same ticket. So get a ticket, come hang out. We'll be at Club Chip. We'll be there at 6. A whole bunch of people coming, so come hang out. The wife has a brick of Sturgis Professional Monkey koozies. We're going to be giving away 3 biker facts. We have a total of 4 to give away during the rally. We're giving away 3 that night. So we've decided to give one to... We're going to have to figure out how to manage this. So between that 6 and 8, we'll be doing it. But we're going to give one away to the person who came the farthest, meaning that they... the longest distance traveled. I don't care if it's by plane or boat or whatever. I'm not saying who rode the farthest. Who came the farthest. Somebody from New Zealand or Singapore... They're probably in the runnings to, who came the farthest. Then we'll do who rode the farthest. Again, I still have tremendous respect for those who ride, but no disrespect for those that don't. That's the whole point. Who rode the farthest. And the third, we're going to figure it out. I think it's going to be the person who needs it the most. I nominate the one that Refuge gave to me to give away. I nominate a friend who had an accident last year and probably needs to have one. That's my theory anyways, and I think I know where the third one's going to go to, and yes, I'm making a decision, but I think you'd all agree. Anyway, so we're going to be awarding those 3 that night, giving away koozies, and then go watch ZZ Top together. So you go to the Chip, that's going to be a great kickoff too. The crowds won't be insane, I don't think, on the first night too. It'll be good. It'll be a good night. That second night, On the 2nd, I can tell you that I'm not sure of everything that we're going to do, but things that are great to do also. Right? Like some of these things we're going to try, we may not be there, but still it's a good thing to go do. The garage build shows at the Iron Horse Saloon on Saturday the 2nd. And that starts, it's like 9 a.m. to 12 registration, and then go to like 4. That's normally the kind of thing. That's bikes that are supposed to be built at home by the owner. Take it with a grain of salt, but that's the point, is that it's supposed to be bikes that were built at home by the owner. Those are always a lot of fun. Then on Saturday the 2nd, we back of the chip will be at Camp Zero. So Camp Zero is not inside the main complex. Go look at the Buffalo Chip map on their website. But Camp Zero from 4 to 6, I think it is, there's going to be a creator hangout. So it's going to be the Badgers and us and a whole bunch of other people hanging out. I'm not trying to slight anybody by not saying their names. I'm not sure who all is going to be there. But anyway, a lot of people are going to be there. So from 4 to 6 on Saturday the 2nd at the Buffalo Chip at Camp Zero, come hang out. Then I think that's the night we're going to go see Jasmine that night, the 2nd. Go to Glencoe that night, I think was the plan. Sunday the 3rd, we are... Okay, so I don't know if we'll make it, but the Cycle Store show is that day. Again, at the Iron Horse, same schedule. Like Reg from like 9 or 10 to noon, and then the show is from like 1 to 4, something like that. Great show. All the hamsters are there. All the really cool custom stuff is there at the Cycle Store show. So that's a really good one if you want to go to that. That night, we're going to go see Hank Williams at the Full Throttle. So that'll be a lot of fun. You have to have a ticket this year. Be aware of that. It's not like if you're there before 6, it's free, that kind of thing anymore. Now you have to have either a camping pass or a ticket. We bought tickets because they were like $80 because we didn't know the difference. So I don't know what the hell it means, but we have tickets to see Hank Williams at the Full Throttle. Monday the 4th. This is another big one. It's a big day. First off, one of the best shows of the rally. There's 3 awesome ones, I think. It's 4 this year. Is the Old School Chopper Show at the Full Throttle. So Monday the 4th, same kind of schedule. Registration in the morning, shows like noon to 4 kind of thing. The Old School Chopper Show is put on by Steve Broyles from Stevenson Cycle, known as Poppy. That's his nickname. Steve Broyles is one of the baddest MFers that's ever built a chopper. I mean, like, I stack him up against anybody. I don't care who I make mad. And the great builders would agree. I guarantee Billy would probably agree, and all those. Like, Steve Broyles has been doing this forever. He's the one that built one of his bikes. I believe it was the shovel head, that the intake and exhaust is backwards, so the motor breathed through the pipes where the pipes normally go out, and exhaust was where they normally go. The intake goes in, like it ran and rode, and it ran just fine. Interesting stuff, and one of those guys who does a lot of 1 cylinder's a pan, 1 cylinder's a shovel, that kind of guy. Like Steve does neat stuff. So the Old School Chopper Show is a lot of fun, and again, that's the Full Throttle on the 4th, and then a huge event you don't want to miss. And it's free to get into. At the Steel Pony, right, which is actually right there across the street from Glencoe. Just Google it on Google Maps. Super easy to find. The Glencoe, Steel Pony, and the Chip are all really close to each other, right? We're all right in the same, area. At the Steel Pony, that afternoon, from 3 until 7, something like that, is the Ricky Bongo Vegas Pool Party. It is fun. So come to the Steel Pony the afternoon of Monday the 4th. Again, starting at 3 p.m., the Wild Vegas Pool Party. Ricky Bongo comes from Vegas and puts that on with his friends. There's a belly flop contest. We have another biker fact to give away. The wife has a bunch of fun things to give away that day as well. Ricky has a grenade launcher. Yeah. Sturgis, things that go bang, roll out. I don't know if I can even say the word in these videos anymore. There's a store named Sturgis. They have given Ricky a grenade launcher. I'm going to say that again out loud. So Ricky Bongo is going to be in possession of a grenade launcher. That has been given to him by Sturgis, and that's a prize. I'm not sure how this is ethical or a good idea, but it's happening. And we also found out we have possession of the aforementioned device days before. So I really hope we don't blow my camper up, because Ricky stays next door to me at Steel Pony. Like, he's a good friend of mine. So, come to Steel Pony for the belly flop contest, which, by the way, I am emceeing with a world-famous MMA fighter. That's how that's going to go. So, and again, Monday the 4th, by 3 p.m. Be there by 3 p.m. Come to Steel Pony also because the the Cycle Showcase show is there. There's a lot of neat stuff to do at Steel Pony, so come on by, check that out. Now, the 5th, is a big day for me. It's my birthday. And so we always have our family dinner at the campground. That's just sort of Tom and the wife and me and, Lynn and a couple others that have dinner there at our campers. And then we're going to go see Hairball downtown. So if you want to go hang out with us that night, Hairball at the Full Throttle again is a blast. We do the $99 VIP thing. Why? Because it's $99 for all you can drink from 5 to 10. We get our $100 worth. There's no question. It's a value what we get out of that for $99. So again, the night of the 5th, Hairball's there multiple nights, but we're going the night of the 5th. The 6th, another great day. Back at the Chip. The Bikini Beach Chopper Show is there. Now this is inside the gates. So you do have to have a pass to the Chip or purchase them one day or whatever to get inside the gates. But at Bikini Beach, something that's worth seeing anyway. It's a lot of fun. They have like a pond and a swing rope and bars and all that stuff. It's a really neat place. Food vendors are around it. The best frickin' pizza in Sturgis is normally right there at Bikini Beach. It's good stuff. So come hang out there. We'll be there off and on all day because Brown Sugar will be in that show. So again, Bikini Beach on the 6th, inside the Buffalo Chip. You want to see Brown Sugar, she'll be there. And then we'll be bopping around all over the place. And they're driving through a wall. They said if you want, I can take a mini bike and drive through the hole afterward. I don't know if it's a good idea. Because I've said before, all this stuff with mini bikes and having fun, don't get me wrong. It sounds like a blast. It looks like a blast. The reality is I have to pull that camper full of motorcycles and sleep in my truck and or front of my camper for 4 days to get home. And I don't want to do it with a broken wrist or ankle or what, you know what I mean? Like the old man in me is like, it's probably not a good idea. But anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. So the 6th, back at the Chip, come hang out. And then that night we're all going to go see Nickelback. We'll be already in the Chip and we're going to see Nickelback the night of the 6th. The 7th, we have left completely open. It's my wife's last day there. So we are going to probably have the day of the two of us riding around, just we'll hold hands. There'll be like doves and stuff. It'll be fantastic. And then the 8th, I'll probably, she flies home and I'll probably roll out. So that's the plan. So this year, we pledged to do things differently. We said we're not going to do it like we have in the past. In the past, we've overcommitted ourselves. And we ended up not having any time for ourselves, not being able to ride. If you notice, there were a lot of holes in that schedule. And that's because we wanted to have time to ourselves. This is not a business trip for us. This channel is not monetarily sponsored other than by ad revenue. And by those of you who chose to be a channel member, God love you. You help me pay for stupid supplies and bolts I have to buy 3 times because I get the wrong size. That's where that money comes from. But we do not have paid sponsorships. We don't do that. And there's nothing wrong with people who do. I'm not knocking that. But when I say when I pay to go to Sturgis, I pay out of my pocket about $8,000 to go to Sturgis. Between fuel, it's like $3,500 in diesel just to get there and back, and campground passes and all that sort of stuff, and spending money and meals and da-da-da-da-da. It's a lot of money to go to Sturgis. So that's why we aren't every day, all day committing ourselves to things, because we're not sponsored. Our hotel room's not being provided by somebody. We're not, that kind of stuff. There's nothing wrong with those that are. It's just that's not how we do things. So anyway, come hang out with us. I feel like this is going to be a great year. I really do feel like it's going to be an awesome year. Shout out to our friends Nicole and Pipes who had a really bad accident in Sturgis last year. They're going to be there this year. They're back on too, man. It's incredibly exciting. It was like the first day of the rally, and they had a bad accident. And they're back. And I'm just so freaking excited to hang out with them because we didn't get to see them at all last year because they were in the hospital. So, all right. I love you all to death. Please comment down below. I should probably I'll still do probably some other stuff about Sturgis because I forgot I didn't talk about our favorite restaurants and all that. Maybe I'll talk about that in the truck because when I leave here, I plan on doing a daily update for my phone. I'll just do some stuff, gas stations, funny stuff that happens on the road every year. Saw a huge bearing fire last year. That was fun. And then we'll do stuff from the road and talk about favorite restaurants and all that. But there's the guide for this year. I love you all to death. Take care of each other. We'll talk soon.